Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel here. Today we're going to be doing a character spotlight on Wickerbottom. Now as you can see here, Wickerbottom has 150 health, 150 hunger, 250 sanity. She also enters the world with 2 papyrus already in her inventory. Some of her character perks include the books that she can create. Now the books are as follows: of the World, Applied Horticulture, Sleepy Time Stories, On Tentacles, and The End Is Nigh. Another character perk of Wickerbottom's is she starts with all Tier 1 science already unlocked, and if she stands next to an alchemy engine, she gains the perks of being able to craft Tier 2 science, unlike characters who will need the actual science machine to do so. Wickerbottom also is unable to sleep in any type of tent. She is an insomniac. So unfortunately you can't use that to restore her stats. One of her final perks is that she is a very picky eater, which I'm going to show you a picture of what that means. So first off, any food that is green or fresh will restore the full amount of hunger, health, and sanity for the given type of food. You even actually get an added bonus if you feed her surf and turf of an additional 15 sanity, as that is her favorite food. Any food that is yellow or stale will restore only 1/3 of hunger, 1/4 of health, and will not restore any sanity if the food actually would do so normally. And then finally, any red or spoiled food will restore 1/6 of the normal hunger. You will not receive any health, and you will actually lose 10 sanity by trying to eat any spoiled food from Wickerbottom. So, this is something that you have to be careful of. You always have to constantly keep her in fresh food, and of course, it also is why it makes it why WX78 is her favorite companion, because he can eat all the spoiled food that she won't at full benefit. So, from here, what I want to show you guys today is going to be a few farms and other fun things that you can do with Wickerbottom. So we're going to go ahead and transition into some of that here in just a moment. And one of the first things that I'm going to show off here is, of course, the infamous reed trap farm. Now, this is very simple. If you have a reed trap in your world, all you need to do is send in either another character or be very patient yourself as Wickerbottom. You need to clear out all of the tentacles in the reed trap. From there, planting a leafy bulb, which will allow you to grow eye plants. As you can see, they're working along here. And from that point, once the eye plants have harvested the first round of the reeds, you can then simply walk in here at any time other than winter and read a book of Applied Horticulture to instantly grow the reed trap for 50 sanity. Now, Applied Horticulture is fairly simple. It's 2 papyrus, 1 seed, and 1 manure. You get 5 uses out of it. And actually, I stand corrected here. I said 50 sanity. It's actually 33 sanity. But but what it does is it increases the growth stage of anything. Trees will grow by 1 stage. Any types of twigs or grass will grow by 1 stage, including the reeds as well. So this is a way to quickly amass any reeds for any projects that you might be working in your base building. Okay, on to the next farm. As you can see here, I've created a 6x6 grid, and by using geometric placement, I have aligned the saplings on the outside corners of the turf, which creates 2 unique squares here around our leafy bulb for the eye plants to grow. I've also surrounded the farm with cobblestone, which keeps the eye plants within the farm and not in your base. So the perfect thing for this is you can drop this square anywhere in your base that you like and completely merge it in there. You don't have to put it off somewhere unique or out of the way. And it is nice and self-contained, or modular as I like to call it. I also encourage my viewers, anything that you see in my videos, I do seriously want you guys to use these in your own bases. Let me know if they work, if there's anything that you tweaked, variations like that. Please put them in the comments. I'd love to see stuff like that. Once again, another simple farm can be done completely solo by Wickerbottom, and you get tons of twigs to stock up for on the winter. As always with any of these lure plant farms, one, you want to make sure that you replant your lure after you're done harvesting, and that you are unable to farm these in wintertime simply for the fact that the eye plants will not spawn in winter. Alright, on to the alternate version of this, which is the cut grass farm. Same design, same square, same alignment, just swapping out the material. Instead of twigs, we have cut grass. So, one unique thing about this version, though, is that normally when a player harvests a grass tuft that they have moved in DST, there is a chance that it spawns a grass gecko. So, before anybody gets alarmed in the comments, a unique interaction here with eye plants and grass tufts is if the eye plants harvest the grass for you as the player, there is a 0% chance of getting a grass gecko. So there's no need to wall this in. There's no need to put any type of fencing, doors, anything like that. You do not have to worry about containing grass geckos. The other great thing about these farms, or at least something that I want to caution players about, is if you're farming in springtime, make sure that you have a lightning rod, as you can see there to the side on the left. And if you decide to take care of this during the summer and you have smoldering enabled, make sure that you place a few ice fling-o-matics to make sure that your farm does not catch on fire while you're in your base. Now, if you have smoldering turned off, obviously you don't have to worry about that, but just be aware that the grass tufts will wither during the summer, and then once fall hits, you can fertilize them with rot immediately on that first day to get them growing as fast as possible. Alright, and then finally here, one of the most infamous uses of Wickerbottom is the bird farm. Now, I created a quick setup here where I placed down walls and then surrounded them with pawn figurines from the statues. The reason for this is it basically creates an indestructible wall for hounds, Krampus, most bosses, basically anything that might come and try to attack you while you're doing this. Now, as you can see here, basically all you have to do for this farm is you have to be in an area, you have to have two specific books on Wickerbottom. You have to have Birds of the World and Sleepy Time Stories. Now, you can do an alternate version of this if you're wanting just morsels, which would be Birds of the World and The End is Nigh. The only thing you would change about this setup here is that you wouldn't want the lightning rod down because it will absorb the entire End is Nigh book. Now, unfortunately, I'm getting a bit unlucky here when it comes to yellow feathers. As you can see, I placed a couple of scarecrows down, and you see some blackbirds, but I'm getting mostly canaries. It's just unfortunately the way the game was. You know, my RNG rolls just were not friendly here. But, you know, the great thing about this type of farm is you can change the turf out underneath where the farm is. So you could put dark forest turf to make sure that you're getting blackbirds. You can put the green forest turf to make sure you get redbirds or bluebirds depending on the season. And then, of course, if you're tired of canaries, you can do what I'm doing here, and you can knock down your scarecrows, and then the next time you read your Birds of the World, you will get blackbirds and the jet black feathers, as you can see here in just a moment. The other great thing about a bird farm is you can double this as a Krampus sack farm with your players on your server. As you can see, I've gotten a couple of Crampi already, and I believe I get one more here. As you can hear the Krampus sounds getting louder and louder in the background. But all sorts of morsels and jet black feathers, so you can turn those morsels into eggs, you can make meatballs out of them. It works as a great farm. Now, I do this specifically on the lunar island because as Wickerbottom loses sanity, or in this case enlightenment, it actually makes it easier for her to exist, and she does not have to fight any type of nightmare creatures with her 0 sanity or 0 enlightenment. So yeah, those are the basic farms I wanted to show off and cool things that you could do with Wickerbottom here today and introduce you to the character. One final thing, as you can see here, since it's transitioned, this was a Bee Queen setup that I used to use a long time ago, and it still sort of works, but you're probably going to do yourself more harm than good trying to fight the Bee Queen like this. I just wanted to show that it's possible. It's kind of a unique take on fighting here, but basically you surround Bee Queen with some walls, you knock them down so you can move around inside of them. You then read on tentacles as much as you can to stack them around the walls, and then once you're ready, you just start the fight. So it takes a few in-game days to actually kill her, so as you can see, I've sped it up here, and we just transitioned to the end as I'm running around here trying to stay alive. But this Bee Queen was at full non-modded health, and the tentacles took her down. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, ring that bell, subscribe, and leave a comment down below.